Hello and welcome back to another special site update for patch 7.2 Seekers of Eternity, coming obviously on the 25th of March. This may be one of the last few updates to the special site. I'm imagining there's probably one or two more bits, at least before 7.2 comes out. There'll probably be some stuff for the intermediary patches after it as well that gets updated on here. But as you can see, the new sections that have been added to, we've been doing videos on all of these updates, is to the challenge section. We have let's zoom in a little bit actually. Some new images basically for the characters inside the Arcadion. It says the unstoppable upstart dominated the light heavyweight division of the Ascension Arcadia Championship, earning the right to compete in the next tier. But behind the flashy thrills of the realm's premier entertainment, tensions rise among the young fighters who face the looming threat of psycho-necrosis. We read that last time. So we've got some images here of characters. I have no idea what they're called other than Brute Bomber. We saw that last time. Obviously, the cheeky Lala fellow is going to be one of the combatants. We've got Meoni pointing at someone, which Square Enix used as a tweet saying it was them over their officer, which couldn't be any more true. This is one of the new images then. So this is Dancing Green. We know that's the name of the first combatant, or at least that's how it appears in Eorzean script and also in the Japanese version. And we can get a good look at the character model. So they are of the era, and they are obviously wearing these pretty cool looking rose tinted glasses with a green rim, which I believe we can get those in the game. Aren't those the oval spectacles? I don't know. I'll have to have a go at recreating that character later. But as you can see, we've got an image of a frog, or a toad, froggy toad. So they are a frog bun, essentially. Everybody uses their regulators to empower themselves with the energy of a beast, right? The soul of a beast, the beast soul. And it seems Dancing Green is using the power of frogs. So that's a thing. It says next opponent there, which is pretty cool. And we also have the same shot, of course, for the Lalafell. Now it's interesting. Are they using a pudding? Is this the beast soul of a pudding? It kind of looks like a pudding monster, doesn't it? Or at least, who's that Pokemon? And then it turns out to be like, it's Psyduck. It's like, oh, okay. I didn't think it was Psyduck. It looks like a pudding to me, like a slime pudding. I don't know what else it could be, honestly. It could be a bird, couldn't it? But yeah, that's one of the characters that uses graffiti in the fight. That's going to be quite fun. I do love how vibrant and beautiful these pictures are. Be nice to get a full collection of all of these from all of the bosses once all of the tiers are out. And then we got this guy. I absolutely have no idea to do with this character at all. I'm sure. So is that a wolf? Is that Fenrir? Interesting. So Wolfman, wolf cat, I guess, with a big old broadsword there, Dark Knight weapon, looking pretty snazzy in that outfit as well. Pretty cool, honestly. I can't wait to see what this tier has in store. It doesn't have a fourth image for whatever the fourth boss will be. They're still keeping that a secret, which is a good idea. This then is Dancing Green. So as you can see, with a better look at the model here, really has taken on the power of frog. So the glasses have turned into big elliptical frog eyes or something like that that's coming out of the bridge of its nose from glasses. It's kind of freaky. And we got these freaky fingers, frog fingers. I don't know what frog fingers would be called, but they look like frog fingers and this weird texture. And then we got this disco jacket and these like weird frog leg shoe things. I guess they're like flared trousers, like 70s flared trousers, but they're like made of stuff. It's weird. And then we got the frog feet, which is, I don't know if I like those. But yeah, Dancing Green. It's basically a disco. There's going to be lit up squares on the floor, which presumably do all kinds of different things. And there'll probably be different musical related things to deal with. And you can see this musical sort of bar here on the preview on the live letter that they showed us on part 68. They showed us the who did like a left and a right cleave with these kind of same signature, you know, what do you call them, visualizations of sound. There you go, sound visualizations. But as you can see, it says Dancing Green in the background as well. Very cool. Looking forward to this. Not so much looking forward to this personally. I'm not a massive fan of this gear. This is actually the cruiserweight tier armor. So you might disagree, you might quite like this. I think it certainly reminds me of the Filibusters set from Gimlet Dark, places like that. Or, you know, this kind of almost Bosja vibes a little bit, maybe. But we've got a little bit of, there's like almost regulators on our jacket. If only we could get a real regulator for the side of our character's head, just for cosplay or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if I like it or not. Bits are growing on me, like I really like this set here. I mean, that's the one that stands out the most for the Viper, right? I'm guessing. I like the monk weapons, actually. Those are pretty cool. Very industrial, almost, isn't it? Yeah, interesting. But we'll have to wait and see what it looks like in the game and with different colors and things. And of course, it is just raid gear, but it doesn't inspire me that much. I'll be perfectly honest with you. So that's the raid tier preview that they've updated. We've seen some amazing pictures. You can get all of these images, by the way, on this special site. I'll link it in the description. If you go to the media section, you can download PNGs of them, which is pretty cool. The next thing that they updated then, where have they updated it? Is here, Hildibrand. So we've got Nashu here, Makaraka with an egg. It says Nashu Makaraka has followed the trail of a missing Inspector Hildibrand to the neon-lit metropolis of Solution 9, enlisting the aid of Detective Hardy Boiled, a man of eerily familiar appearance and resilience. The search for everyone's favorite agent of Enquiry continues. So this is obviously in 7.25, which is basically in May, right? At this point. And we've got a hard-boiled egg. Hopefully we get a hard-boiled egg, like just hold an egg out emote. I know we've got eat egg, but it would be like egg. Just have a seal noise when you hold it out or something. And we've got Inspector Hardy Boiled in the background there doing his research or whatever. Yeah, and on the trailer, he's seen with a gun. So, it's kind of like the noir episode. It's going to be hilarious. I loved the prequel quests. They sort of teased it. And I need a full chapter of Hildibrand. So hopefully this is going to be lengthy and fun. I'm sure it will be fun, at least. Hopefully the lengthy side of it will be bigger than I expect. Additionally, we also have the Tome gear. This is something that we saw in the letter from a producer live in a preview form in pictures, but now we have a beautiful, well, in-game shot, right, of at least the front of the characters. And I quite like a lot of this gear. It looks a lot better in the game than it did on the concept art, which is always the case, isn't it? We've got a fending set over here that very much reminds me of Steiner. We've got an almost Freya-esque tricorn outfit here for dancers here, so aiming. Then we've got sort of like a swashbuckler outfit here, sort of Zidane, however you want to pronounce that kind of similarity. Got this caster set on the front here, which kind of looks like a chef, I'll be honest with you. But these are like in fantasy armors, which a lot of people have been hoping for. So hopefully this answers what people have been requesting, right? This one kind of reminds me a little bit like Robin Hood for some reason. Quite like that. I like the green armlets, actually. Those are nice. And I do like the maiming as well. That is very cool. Very Dark Souls almost, actually, with the helmet, isn't it? But yeah, obviously Final Fantasy IX inspired. And yeah, that immediately looks better to me than the Arcadion gear. But that's usually the case with Tome gear, isn't it? For the most part. Different tastes, different strokes for different folks. But yeah, I quite like that, honestly. It's not too bad. I like the Dragoon Lance as well there. Very nice. And then, to my absolute surprise, the new crafted gear is being previewed. So this does look really cool. This is like Urkapacha sort of style. Lots of Pelu influences here. Urkapacha kind of influences. That Highland sort of almost Peruvian styling to the armor. I really like this. Actually, really like this. Look at that, though. Wow, that cane. That's a white mage cane. That looks absolutely awesome. It's kind of like the crown jewels on the top of a stick with a nice blue pole. Yeah, it's quite nice. Also, notice Vieira wearing a hood outfit with the ears poking up. That alone makes this set worth it. in my opinion. Also, Hrothgar looking kind of unhappy, but they should be happy because they've got this cute hat as well. So very cool stuff, actually. Very cool. Really like the samurai blade as well, that like cutlass. Very nice. Yeah, I just think it's vibrant, it's different, and it's you know, the fantasy of that particular, you know, area that's obviously influencing it. Urkapacha and the Pelu Pelu. The dancer set, though, the aiming set, is absolutely gorgeous. I really like that. That's very, very similar to sort of traditional outfits you would see in real life. Really quite like that one, actually. Yeah, honestly, it's vibrant. We'll see what it dies like, but I will probably pick up a couple of pieces of this just for glamour. Honestly, it would be nice, especially if you combine it with some of the new world attire pieces as well. This might be a good opportunity, and maybe the Pelu Pelu hat that we got, you know, with the little beak from the actual society quest as well. I don't know. Again, taste is a selective thing. I just think it's nice to see something themed around Dawntrail as opposed to themed around, I don't know, something that isn't. Then we got a section on new mounts, which the only one they show is this massive, almost Bismarck-like airship. As you can see, confirmed 4 players. So I don't know if this is their unique animations, their sitting places. It looks like it, doesn't it? Looks like somebody on the back sits on the back, on that pinion. Then there's someone stood up there and another one leaning over. And obviously the person with the ship's wheel. I cannot wait to try out this mount, wherever it is from. Hopefully it's from somewhere accessible and in this patch, right? Hopefully. I mean, it could be in any of the sub patches over the next month or two. So hopefully this is actually in 7.2, but we'll have to wait and see. Flying over parts of the world there. Is this the Shroud? Interesting. All right, cool. Okay, and then we have new minions, which they show off the Beagle type doggy. There's quite a few minions. I think they showed off like 4 or 5 in the live letter. I'm sure there's probably a lot more than that in a major patch. And there'll be lots in Cosmic as well and stuff like that in the subsequent patches afterwards. But that is such an adorable minion. They've done such a good job over the years of refining the texture quality of something as simple as a minion. And it shows. I love the eyes and the fur. It's great, isn't it? Absolutely great. Then we've got a final look. Sorry. Excuse me. At new emotes. So, new emotes. Obviously, there'll be a few in the patches. I don't know what this is. Is this balancing act or is this a dance? Because they're swaying the hands, right? So I'm guessing they're either doing like a like flicking the legs, maybe the mirror of this, and then it animates between the two. Don't know. Kind of like a Broadway sort of musical dance or something. Either way, the G-pose potential just for these still screens is very nice. Very, very nice. Yeah. Honestly, I'm looking forward to all of the emotes, mounts, other collectibles. You know me, I love that stuff. So the other stuff that we haven't got a screen on yet is PvP updates, the duty support thing, and the Corn Servant quest, and more. What else is missing from here? That's a good question, actually. For 7.2 on itself, I don't think they're missing anything now, right? I don't know. Anyway, that's the updates for today, and if you want any of the pictures, like I say, I'll probably end up using a few of these images for thumbnails and things, and probably for other videos, cutting things out and trying to recreate characters. You can find them all on the media section under the 7.2 drop down. And yeah, let me know what you think about any of the armor sets. I think that's the main focus of today. Do you agree with me? Is the gear from the Cruiserweight kind of or do you like it? Are there pieces of it that you like? I quite like those that helm there on the Machinist. Those glasses are quite nice, like the red light, if it's as vibrant as that in the game. But yeah, overall, I think I'm most satisfied with the armor from the Tome stuff. I think it is a nice, happy Final Fantasy IX remembrance. I think they could have leaned a little bit more into Final Fantasy IX as a theme, because I think this is obviously Steiner, but like a little bit like Freya with the tricorn, maybe a bit like Zidane, but everything else is a little bit hit and miss, maybe. But I do value the, you know, the class fantasy of this armor. It is top notch. And I think a lot of people will love that. And I really do like the Urkapatcha stuff. This is the crafted gear that we'll all be running around in, probably pentamelding that, getting ready for Savage. So yeah, let me know what you think, what you're most excited for, if anything has changed, and what you think of Frog Feet, because quite honestly, this guy's feet terrify me. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.